Okay, so if you've clicked on this video, this is a clear sign from the universe that you are meant to hear this. Okay, it doesn't matter what star sign you are, what gender you are, this is for you because it has showed up for you, and there's always a reason for why you come to these things, right? So I'm gonna get straight into the message and yeah, enjoy. So, starting out with the King of Cups, I can see that you have been really focused on really stabilizing yourself and your emotions, right? And you've been working on how you react to people, and not coming from that place of reaction and triggers. You've been really working on your triggers, and it's allowed you to come to this place that is more stable and just more balanced, right? Because the King of Cups, he has this whole emotional side to him, but he's very in tune with that. So you've been becoming more in tune with how you're feeling and how certain situations or circumstances have been affecting you. And instead of acting on that, you've really done well in, bringing this all to balance. So with the 10 of Pentacles right next to that, I'm also seeing that you have been really focused on, having long-lasting, healthy relationships and really investing your time and your energy into those relationships, right? And it's been really having a good effect on your business affairs and your overall, I should say, well-being, right? And, the 10 of Pentacles is all about really creating a long-lasting abundance. And so I can see that you've been really invested in that area, focusing on the long-term potential and the more long-term rewards rather than the short-term gains, right? So you've been really making some wise choices and really beginning to cultivate this sustainable, lasting success rather than those short-term gains, right? And I can see that this is paying off for you. This is becoming very rewarding, and it's very, very sustainable for you. I'm also seeing that we're moving away from sort of pleasure in the ego and getting those dopamine hits. Maybe we've come away from certain things like scrolling social media, or just, hopping on Netflix anytime we feel like. You've really been cultivating the habits and behaviors that you really want to have amplified in your life. And that has actually really been paying off, and it's been creating this long-term wealth. Because of course, wealth to me, really means how we're enjoying spending our time and our company, what company we keep. And that is really what this card is about: wealth, abundance, and joy. And you've really been working on your happiness, because I'm really seeing that you have been realizing that life is this balance of enjoying, yes, the finer things in life, the pleasures that feed your soul rather than your ego, right? And so you're seeking out true happiness from a place of investing your time and energy towards truly fulfilling things. All right. So yeah, just spending more time with loved ones, I'm seeing there as well. So you've been really cultivating that time, creating a more harmonious life overall in general. And yeah, it's definitely creating a fabulous future for ourselves, right? I'm also seeing that you've been cultivating healthy habits in your sort of physical life. So maybe some of you have been hitting the gym more often and really creating a sustainable relationship with the gym, with working out in a way that is fun for you. I'm seeing that it is very fun, and it's actually leading you towards living a more vibrant lifestyle. Right? Perhaps you're actually even getting comments about how everything is changing for you, right? And you might even be thinking about like long-term health and making really good choices that's going to feel good for years to come, right? Now, currently, we are maybe hitting a period of burnout where we have sort of cultivated new habits and behaviors, and it's got really good intentions behind, but we might be doing too much, right? We might be taking on too much, that it feels like a struggle or a bit of a burden, or even like, you know, it's just weighing you down a little bit. And so it's really key at the moment to not just lighten the load here and just look for the solution to this, but to actually feel that heaviness. Because we're in a time now where we can't just bypass our feelings, right? And we've learned that with the King of Cups. So we might have had all of this good feeling happening over here, right? In the months and the weeks leading up to now. But we're now at this sort of phase where, you know, I'm just seeing like this two-step phase where, yes, we've integrated all this good well-being, but we might be on the path where we're doing too much of it. And it might be time that we feel the heaviness right now, because that's part of being human as well. It's great to manifest all of the good things over here, which we have clearly been doing and working on ourselves very, very hard, right? And just because we feel heavy doesn't take this away, by the way. All of that work still is there, and it doesn't mean you go down a level when you feel heavy, or when you feel sad, or when you feel lonely, or when you feel angry or depressed or anxious, any of those things. And the moon is here to show you that you can have both sides. And when you truly integrate both of these sides, the good, the light, the bad, the heavy, you know, however we see that, we're actually going to lighten the load just by seeing it. So rather than looking for the solution to our problems right now, the universe wants you to be with your problem. Because when we're looking for the solution, we're bypassing what's here right now. And we've done that. We've done that many, many times before. All of us across the planet, right? We've all done that. We've always tried to get out of how, you know, sometimes bad we're feeling. And the universe wants you to see that you are not that bad feeling. And when you sit with it, you'll be able to dissolve it. And not from a place of wanting to dissolve it, but actually seeing it so it can be heard and released. Not seeing it so it can be released, but actually seeing it and hearing it so it leaves on its own. Because you guys listening are magicians. You are true magic. And this is the magic of your emotions. And happiness, you know, is a passing emotion. It's not something we can grab onto. And that's maybe our lesson here, that we can't keep that forever. We have to allow the flow of change to come and go. So even though we might have been on this uphill period and we might have manifested all of our desires, we might be hitting certain roadblocks which are just there to up our game even more. Because look on this side, guys, we have the Magician and the Empress, which is going to deepen your magic. Some of you are going to be stepping more into your feminine power and really owning more of your feminine side. Right, there's a lot of yellow here as well, which, you know, is representing the solar plexus chakra, which is responsible for your self-esteem, your inner peace, and your personal power. These are very powerful cards. So you're going to be like literally manifesting more than you can imagine. And it's going to be by handing over your desires to the universe, because you are already manifesting all the things that you've thought you've wanted. And yet we've come to this place that is like not fully satisfied, because the universe wants you to know how magic you are. And when you release what you desire over to the universe can get in and give you more than you could even imagine that was possible. This is a really good time to embrace how you're feeling, because it's going to lead to the birth of a new idea. For some of you, the Empress can literally mean pregnancy. So some of you may be getting, like the birth of a new idea or literally a pregnancy. But you're going to have this glow about you that you may have never had before, because you are embracing your power as a magician, as pure magic, that is allowing you to relax in this time as you move forward, right? Maybe we've done it from this sort of motivation mindset before. And now we're stepping into this new era that you're going through the transition stage right now. This is the transition phase. We are learning how to integrate the subconscious and the conscious. Because remember, most of our habits, our daily patterns are to do with our subconscious, not our conscious. The conscious mind is responsible for thinking and, thinking about how we're going to do something, putting plans into place, which is always a good thing. But our subconscious mind is actually responsible for 90% of our automatic habits and behaviors. So think about when you're getting dressed, in the mornings, how you don't actually think about it. You don't have to think, oh, I have to put my arm in this part and my head through that hole. You just do it because it's automatic. That's your subconscious. Right? Imagine doing things from that sort of perspective, all of the things that you want, right? Or all of the things that are, you find difficult. That's actually available to you now, the more you embrace this heaviness. As soon as you're willing to feel the heaviness, by the way, it will just lighten on by itself. Because some of you are resisting the heaviness. You're trying to get away from it, maybe trying to distract yourself or trying to carry it all for some of you. Some of you are literally taking on other people's things as well, I'm seeing here. And it's really causing us not to be able to have a clear view in front. See how, because he has all of those wands in front of him, he can't quite see where he's going. But that's not a bad thing. When we can't see where we're going, it might feel a little bit scary. So if you're feeling a little bit uncertain right now, it's a good thing. That's when the magic can get in, because the truth is you have everything you need. See, he has one of everything. He has the wands, the pentacles, the cups. He has everything he needs to create his true infinite potential, which is above his head, right? And as I said, there's a lot of yellow here, which is like trusting and accepting your gut feelings, moving from there and having the life of your dreams. That's what I'm seeing manifest. And it's going to be like unexpected. The things that you want from here to here, like from your past to, is going to change quite massively. It's going to be like you could say to yourself, like 10 years ago, I would never expect that I would want this and be in this position, but it is your true desires, right? Because you've been changing and evolving and it's all coming for you, right? So the overall energy is you're going to be nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself so much better that it's going to allow for the birth of a new idea. And when you're replenishing your own energy and you're able to relax rather than working from motivation, you're going to just be able to create more easily and freely, whether that's to do with your health, your workouts, you'll just be able to like stay healthier, easier, without the sort of push, without the sort of motivation, like that's the word I keep seeing, that we've been moving from. And we're going to enjoy more stability, mental stability, emotional stability, and physical well-being, right? And the Empress card is really connected to Venus, right? So it's like this card of self-care and beauty. Your more feminine side, you're going to be able to receive more. And when do you notice that the difference in energy between receiving and go-getting? This was like the go-getting, and you've come to this amazing place, and now it's sort of being dismantled a little bit so that we can receive from a much easier place. So that energy of receiving is so much different to trying to push and get through things, right? So I'm just seeing that maybe as well, some of you are going to be changing your appearance. It's going to be quite drastic, this change, right? It's going to be like in all areas of life, maybe some aesthetic or your living space is going to be different. You're going to be changing things up. And you're going to be enjoying like the beauty in life. Like I'm seeing a lot of beauty and pleasure here, and finding like gratitude for the smaller things and just connecting deeper to the earth. There's a lot of earth elements here in both of these cards. So I'm seeing that you're going to be spending more time in nature, more grounded, just being more grounded. Some of you are going to be into your plants, right? And animals, as I am too. My gorgeous Loki bear. He was just sat behind, but he's now gone out the room. So yeah, I'm just seeing that you're going to be desiring to adopt maybe a pet. Some of you are going to be just wanting to spend more time outside and grounding yourself. So this is a very special time for you that are going to become mothers as well. I'm just seeing that you're going to have a very relaxed pregnancy, a very relaxed sort of time, probably more so than you have been. And because you've created that space in order for you to be able to do that, right? But right now, really embrace that things may not be all as they seem, right? And the more we embrace this time of heaviness, and the more we're going to be able to make this future so much easier on ourselves, right? Is facing our fears and our anxieties. Letting go of the overthinking and the struggles and the stress, the nervousness or the constant worry about the future. Right? You're definitely stepping into a new phase, and that always feels unknown. But the great thing about unknown is new opportunities come flooding through. And it just might be that the struggle is our judgment of the unknown. Judging that, we're not safe in the unknown, when truly you are. You're safer than you've ever been, by the way. But it might feel very heavy. And as I say, the more we lean into that heaviness, the more it's going to affect our future in the most positive way, right? And that's going to help bring the clarity that you're looking for. Some of you are really looking for clarity, and the more you're trying to force this clarity and insight, the more it's not coming, because you're not seeing what's here, what's in front of you, which is this heaviness, and just being with that. And I always say to like my coaching clients, the feelings that we have, imagine them as a 5-year-old you, and that you're the parent now. So that 5-year-old you isn't actually you anymore, but you can be with her or him, and you can allow them to feel what they're feeling, and you can hold their hand. You can give them a hug if they need one. You can just be there with them, right? And that is powerful. So powerful, right? And if you've experienced hardship in the past, if you've picked up on limiting beliefs, it's for us not to project those limitations, but to just see them and acknowledge them. Okay, I have these limiting beliefs, that's okay, but I'm not going to continue to perpetuate them, right? So amazing reading so far. I'm just going to add to this reading maybe 2 more cards just to deepen the message and see what else, here we go, the universe has. So we have the first quarter moon in Scorpio, release your blocks. So what a beautiful card just to round this up, and see what else we have here. Yeah, that is a beautiful card. Look at the turquoise in it as well. So releasing your blocks is going to help you let go and move on so that you can accept this new reality. Right? And it's safe to release your blocks now. The blocks coming up for you, as I say, they could be overthinking, they could be nervousness of the future, anxiety. And you're allowed to feel that way. There's nothing, when we're stopping ourselves from feeling that way, it's a block, right? Those are our blocks. And I'm sensing that nobody has ever really allowed you to feel the way that you feel unapologetically. And so that is part of your blocks, allowing yourself to feel exactly how you feel. All right. And of course, what a beautiful card. Trust the universe. So instead of relying on yourself, on this side, we have all of the universe doing all the work for you. On this side, it is about your work. So this side is about your spiritual power. This is about your power that you can use to help this process along. All right, releasing blocks, letting them go, being willing to let them go so that we can accept this new. And trusting in the universe. Every time that we have a thought pop up that says we can't, every time we have an insecurity come up, you know, to look to the past and first off celebrate everything that we've been working for and achieving, but also to not let them sort of judge our future, because if we try and do everything like we have in the past, then we're not making way for the new ways that are trying to show up for us. So lean in, trust the universe. The universe has your back when you allow it to act for you. When you say to the universe, you know, hey, I've got this, the universe can't work for you because you have free will and it will listen to you. So hand it over, hand your trust to the universe. And I'm also getting a sense, you know, this is very connected to your intuition and imagination. And that is going to help you through this period. Getting out of your fears and blocks and moving towards your intuition and imagination. That is the two different worlds here that are trying to merge so that they can create something that you've never seen before. So I have loved this reading. Please let me know what you got out of this reading down below in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts and feedback. Of course, like and subscribe for more of this content. I really, really hope you enjoyed. You can check the description box on how to get a personal reading with myself or my access to my coaching services. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.